Yo, what's good, boys? Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make bouncy Lil Baby melodies. Before I say anything about this melody, this actually got used by Pressa. He's like a Toronto rapper with my boy Benji. We did the beat. Yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted to break it down. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna just play it. So yeah, this melody is pretty simple. It's called Babadook because I was watching that movie, which is, by the way, is fucking creepy as fuck. And I was like just kind of bored, so I like made this melody back in like December. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna just break down each sound. Like always, loop down in the description below. Thank you guys for support recently too. We're like at 700 subs, something like that. So yeah, I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's start. So I started with Nora Pure from Contact. This preset was called Emotional. There's a couple different presets, you know, it doesn't matter, like they all are the same, just whatever you like. But I started with the same Lil Baby chords that everyone uses. So if you guys don't know, there's these two chords that I use in like every beat, but especially these Lil Baby beats. And it's like the chord everyone uses, and then they take the little middle note and put it down one octave. And you can just do a lot with these two. I just made this little rhythm up, and I'll just do the little all K thing I like to show. I had this rhythm in my head, so I started out just by making the chords like this. And then I was like, obviously it needs some variation because I don't want it to be the same chord over and over. So all I did was take that middle note and put it down. Yeah, like the rule for all my other melodies I try to make is get a good easy rhythm to follow. This is kind of like triplet, I think, I don't even know, but it's just a rhythm I thought sounded cool. Then the classic Lil Baby chords, you have your bass note right here, 1 2 3 4. Goes down, and if you want to add some extra spice, you can have it go up twice, then a third time. So nothing special about this. I put it up an octave, put the velocity down, because one thing about this piano is when you lower the velocity, it gets a little bit quieter, so you can kind of use that to your advantage and just make it a wider sound. But yeah, then I went into this bass one and Pilgrim one-shot kit and got this bell tone. It's called Chocolate. It's really simple. I just thought it sounded good with the piano. You know, if you're making beats that a lot of people are making the same of, like the Lil Baby ones, and you want to stick out, you can just do little things like this. Like, it's so like unnoticeable, but at the same time, you know, if it went away, you'd notice it, and that's just what matters. But to add a little bit of variation and make it a little special, I put this flute in from Contact. I use this flute so much. It's called the Crystal Flute, and I take it and put it to short. This is like my sauce. Like, really, this is like the only cool thing I know how to do, and it's not even that cool. But I just took the notes of the chords and made this really simple pattern, and then also I strummed it. And then also, if you want to strum your notes really easily, you can take the two notes you want to strum, put your second note out wide, select them, and then all you have to do is just take this little arrow and you can just drag it in. That's just quicker for me. But yeah, the next thing I added is I wanted to add them. I talked about this contact bank in the last video. I got the bell that I love to use called Crystalline 2. So a trick you can do is you can take the same rhythm from the melody. So this is what I did. Same rhythm from the piano melody, but I just had it be different notes. And then I just had it go up like this. And it just repeats, and as you can hear, it's the same as the piano. but it just kind of added a little bit. And then obviously I kept the accent, and for some reason my Philharmonic isn't opening, but I do have the stems for this. So what I did is I found this little choir sound and just made these little short stabs. I saw Nile Waves do this, and I'm pretty sure that's what I was inspired by when I made these stabs. Same chords from the melody, like the main piano, and this is what they sound like. I don't exactly remember the preset. There's a couple cool choirs and Philharmonic. This is what it sounds like. Yeah, nothing special, just thought it sounded good with it. And then it could have been done, but like with the very first tutorial on this channel, actually the Lil Baby one I did, I wanted another breakdown, so I went to that same Pilgrim and Bass one-shot kit, and then took the chords, but instead of just all the chords playing like this, I just arpeggiated it, which is just like the notes play at one and after each other, and they're not also playing at the same time, or something like that, I don't even know, and just made this little melody. I just thought it sounded cool. And so you can add cool things like this, take away your main instrument but keep the same accents. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is I went from sounding like this to this, and it just adds a cool little element that the person making the beat can do just to switch it up. Like, it's good for breakdowns. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys the mixing now. Everything is really simple. I believe by the time I was making this, I was trying to like overcomplicate my mixing, so that's why you see more things than I usually use. But for the piano, just reverb. For the crystal flute, just a little bit of delay. For the atom, I have Fruity Convolver. I don't even know, I think this is like a reverb. A little bit of EQ to take some highs out, and then J37 stereo. I'm not even sure what this does. It's turned down like all the way. It's like a waves delay plugin. For the choir, I use Soundgodizer. It just makes it louder. It's kind of a joke, but I don't know, I thought it worked. Use reverb. Then for the little patty sound, I use the same J37 stereo, but it's kind of like a chorusy effect. I think I saw Holy use it. Shout out Holy. And then for the weird like accent shot, I use this Mondo mod just to pan it, and then just a little bit of reverb. Like I said, I usually don't use this many plugins, but yeah. And then I also added a synth bass for the breakdown because it sounded kind of cool. If you're gonna add synth basses, just make sure to add sections without them. I don't even think I did that. But yeah, the loop, super simple. I actually just had a song release on Meek Mill's label, his artist Tafia, and yeah, so it's called Out the Mud. You guys can listen to that. I'll like put it on the screen or something. But yeah, appreciate the support. Hope you guys enjoyed. Loop down in the description below. Follow my Instagram at LoganKBHN. And yeah, peace.